Now let's talk about how to loop through items in a set, and that is step by step like a beginner. So let's go. So the first question is, why loop through a set? So sets are collections just like lists or tuples. You might want to loop through all the items, maybe to print them, filter them, or perform some action on each. So yes, you can loop through a set using a for loop, but remember, sets are unordered, so the loop won't follow the order you added items in. For example, I have a set called fruits, and there, let's say I have apple, then banana, and then cherry. So to print using a loop, we can write the for keyword, then take a variable called for, and then the in keyword, and then the set name. Then write the colon, and there write the print statement and pass the fruit variable. If you run the code, you'll see it prints cherry, banana, apple. If you run the code again, you can see now it has a different order. Now banana is at the top, then cherry, then apple. So the output is in random order. So behind the scenes, Python takes the set and iterates over it using the internal hash structure. That's why the order is not guaranteed. Each item is fetched one by one and assigned to the loop variable fruit. This loop works exactly like list or tuple loops, but with no guaranteed sequence. But keep in mind, if you try to access some item with index, that will throw error. For example, if you write the print statement and write the fruit set, then pass an index inside the square brackets and try to run the code, you'll see it says set object is not subscriptable. That's because sets don't store items in index positions like lists do. Looping is the only way to access all items one by one. Now let's take another example with the if condition. Let me remove this so the error should disappear. Now inside the loop, what we can do is we can write if statements as well. So we can write if fruit, means in each iterate, when the fruit will contain each value, we can check if that fruit name starts with the letter A. If that is true, then we want to print the fruit, otherwise not. Let me have another fruit called avocado. So now apple starts with A, avocado starts with A as well. So this loop will just print apple and avocado. If I run the code, as you can see, it prints apple, then avocado. Now you can use the len method here as well, in the for loop as well, or in the other places like here in the print statement. You can call the len method and pass the fruits a set, and if you run the code, you'll see it prints the length of the set, which is 4. Now you can count them as well. For example, you can take a variable called count and assign 0 there, and if you write for fruit in fruits, you just write count plus equal. Now you can print the count in each iteration here, as you can see. But if you print that outside the for loop, it will just print the length. Okay, so you can get the total items number by using this method or the length method. Now let's take another interesting example. So what I can do is I can work with the enumerate method in the loop as well. So I can try to take the index, though you should not take indexes from set, but let's see what happens. This will be interesting. So I can write here the in keyword, then I can write the enumerate and pass the fruits a set. So it will take each value and will put the value in the fruit variable, and that's index in this index variable. Now if I try to print the index and the value, let's see what happens. So I'm going to use string formatting here, and then let's print index, then a colon sign, and then the value, means the name of the fruit. Now if I run the code, you will see an interesting thing. In the 0th index there is apple, the 1st index there is banana, in the 2nd index cherry, and in the 3rd index it is avocado. But sets do not have indexing. So what is happening here? So if I run the code again, you will see instead of apple, cherry is in the 0th index. So you should not work with enumerate or index while working with sets, because as you can see, as they get rearranged in each run, they get a different index in each run as well. So that you should keep in mind. So that's all for this video. See you in the next one.